reporting on the games you love by people who love to game. The MMO Reporter Network. You're listening to LotRO Reporter on the MMO Reporter Network, brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at audibletrial.com/MMO Reporter. And by Doghouse Systems. Choose your weapon at doghousesystems.com.
Welcome to LotRO Reporter, episode 249. I'm your host, Carrie. And I'm back and survived PAX and 2 weeks of vacation. And I am joined by my co-host, who is also back from a vacation. Hi, Layanor.
Hello, minions. How is everybody doing today? And they're not going to say anything because this is a podcast.
Oh no, the chat room is saying welcome back. The chat room is happy to see us.
Yay!
They missed us.
It's Fretless.
Yes, they missed us.
Reunited and it feels so good.
Well, yes, we almost forgot how to run a podcast. It's been so fun.
Yeah, we were scrambling through notes and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're back on track though.
We are. So Layanor, what did you do in game over the last 2 weeks?
Not too much, because I actually got hired to be a media expert for a little small company that's starting up. So I kind of know how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up doing a lot of research and stuff for like a week, and trying to listen to a lot of seminars and figure things out. And I pretty much have a grasp on it, so I know what I'm doing now, or at least I know what my goal is. And so that's pretty much what's taken up the vacation. Other than that, I did get to do a little bit of LotRO stuff. I did get out into the moors and did some PvP stuff. And I'm still not 50. I'm getting close. I did hit 2 million renown, though.
Ooh, send some of that my way.
If only you could share that.
Yeah.
There was something I ran, but geez, that was like 2 weeks ago, and I don't remember.
Okay. OD?
I think it was a Scrade.
Okay.
Yeah, it was not Way of the Smiths. It was the Underground Moria one. Oh,
they're all underground in Moria.
The one that's in the caves, the three path caves. We're not talking 21st Hall, and we're not talking the smithing area where they make weapons.
The steps one, right? With the
steps? No, there's no steps in this.
Okay, then it's not that. I don't know.
Chat room will help me out in a minute.
Okay.
And then I did BrandyJam, which we'll talk about a little bit later, which was absolutely awesome. So what did you do, Carrie?
Well, I got to have lunch with Sapiens.
Oh yeah, that's right. And I gave a special message to him as well.
He laughed. I gave it to him. He laughed.
Carrie messaged me when she was talking to Sapiens while they were having lunch, and I said, "Oh, I should say something. Tell him Layanor loves him."
And I did, and he laughed. Yeah, it was a most interesting chat. It was kind of fun to hear the takes on a community manager a few steps away from being a community manager. And some of the other, and some of their take on some of the issues that you see. And right. He cracked me up with his favorite thing is you put two people in a round room, eventually they're going to come up with rules to figure out how to pick a side.
So what exactly did you guys have for lunch anyway that day?
We went to Cheesecake Factory. He had breakfast. So he had eggs and bacon and toast, and I had a lovely the Cuban sandwich. and fries. It was tasty. And
Chat room wants to know if you had a microphone anywhere.
I did not know. I did not ask any questions that I could not say the answers to in public. One thing that I did learn that I did not know that may surprise you, Layanor, industry-wide in MMOs, PvP players are 2% of the population.
Well, unless the game is based on PvP, I would have to say.
Well, but generally across MMOs, PvP players are 2% of the people who play MMOs.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. So that's kind of interesting to me. I found that very, very interesting. I guess that's an industry statistic. And I was not able to go. He was there for a panel. He was doing a panel on trolling. And I wanted
That's right. I remember hearing about that.
record this panel so badly, and I had to do the Shadows of Mordor panel, which was amazing, but it was right at the same time. So I couldn't go to his panel, and I was so disappointed. I would have recorded it for everybody. That one I would have had a microphone around for.
By any chance, did he happen to say what the largest percent is?
He did not. He did not.
Because I would like to know that one.
Yeah, no, he did not say that. My cousin-in-law and a friend of ours, we were all at that end of the table, and they were just talking. My friend started with Dark Age of Camelot and hasn't really found a PvP game he likes since. So they were just kind of chatting about that and how PvP and trolling in games and stuff like that, and that's when the 2% came up. No, I didn't grill him by any means. We had a lovely lunch. It was not an interview. It was not a grilling. It was just a chat.
It wasn't a roast.
No, it was not a roast. It was a lovely, lovely chat. We had he loves his new job. He is extremely passionate about Extra Life. I learned a lot about Extra Life. I need to get started and get my page going so we can get the team up and running for that because it's coming up really quickly. And then I did BrandyJam, and then I did some leveling on my minis. My mini on Brandywine is almost level 100.
Ooh.
I'm doing a level 97 quest still, but she's almost level 100. I missed a quest ring. I went one way instead of the other way, and I missed about 3 quest hubs. So I'm back doing quest hubs.
Dang.
It's
3?
Well, it was one of those. It says go this way. And then the go to this town, and then there's another quest that says go over this way. And so next thing you know, you're like heading down 2 quests, and suddenly I went into an area where everything was like a level 100, and I'm like level 98 going, I clearly have missed something somewhere in a hub someplace. Let's go back and look. So to go back all the way back to that first town in Gondor and go toward the 6-man area. That set of quests around that way.
Right.
I missed those. And those are pretty interesting. They were actually pretty fun and different. And the way they gave them to you was kind of a nice, group. And I almost went down and found the troll that looked like the wagon again, but I decided not to go there by myself this time. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing in game. Hi, all right, we have news. Like we go on vacation for 2 weeks and suddenly there's a truckload of news coming out.
Yeah, we could skip it though.
I don't think we should.
2 weeks gone. We'll skip the news.
Yeah.
How have you been doing?
Yeah, let's just play games for a while. No problem. Well, one of the last things Sapiens got started, because he was like tweeting people going, I need to talk to somebody about the music system. The last day it was working. They're updating the music system in update 15. The happiness and joy of many people on Landreval and Crick Hollow and Laurelin are like coming out the ears and through the roofs and the computers and all that good stuff. So they are doing some pitch adjustments, some volume adjustments, and some balance adjustments, basically to make it all sound good together. So
That's cool. I was looking at this earlier. Do you think that they are adding in better sounding instrument notes?
I do not know.
Or do you think it's just going to be kind of MIDI sounding
It's
still?
still going to be MIDI sounding. They're just adjusting the MIDIs so they work better together. Yeah, it's going to be MIDI sounding. And then I love stretch goals. So if they can get to them, they are going to try to come up with a string bass with sustained notes, a new instrument like a serpentine, so it'll be some kind of horn. So
Serpentine. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
yeah, and then so it's going to be just for the ABC, not for the minis to use as instruments in battle. And they are going to try to get stages about the world, like being able to spawn one on top of Weathertop for Weatherstock kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm not getting a picture of instruments. I'm getting pictures of snakes. So you're going to play snake?
I guess so. I don't know.
I'll pick a asp. I like asps.
Asps. Okay. Asp.
I really think that they ought to just go ahead and just pull the music system out of the minstrels and just give minstrels just some like six or eight instruments or something like that just to be used in combat. But have the music system all by its own, because I think this is the reason why it's never really updated that often.
Right. Well, they suddenly out of nowhere gave us the Pibgorn, which many people were like, why, out of all the instruments in the entire world and the entire era, would you choose one that sounds like that?
Probably because they could just change the pitch and then just add in another item and then say, ooh, there it is, you know, new instruments.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I actually have had people in groups, because I don't listen to the music, so I used it because it was really horrible to kill the orcs with, and I've had people in groups go, can you switch that out, please? And there are some that are really bad for minis, like the bagpipes. They're really awful to play in a group because you hear the same two notes over and over again because you can't get very far because their notes are low and slow. Whereas with with the flute and like the lute and the harp and stuff, at least you can get a few notes out before the stuff's done. So.
Mm-hmm. I do have to say that it would be kind of nice to. It's nice to see large bands play. But I know some of those bands are large because they have some multi-boxes in there and stuff to make specific instruments sound louder.
No.
So it would be kind of nice, like, horns. There's like, the horn's usually pretty loud already. So there's only like maybe one or two. When it comes to like bass guitars and stuff like that, there's like 3 or 4.
Well, oftentimes if it's like a 6-person song, it's like broken into 6 pieces, and you have 8 or 9 people playing, what they'll have you do is they'll have a double up. And so bagpipes are usually safe to double up. Lutes are usually safe to double up on. Drums usually, but some of the other ones not so much.
And looks like they're also planning on creating a Pokemon stage.
Yes. That will spawn as necessary.
No, I'm kind of kidding. It's not Pokemon, but you'll be able to just throw it down on the ground like a Capsule Corps Dragon Ball item, and poof, you'll have a stage, which you can just jump up on and play on.
Yeah, I don't.
Which I was actually thinking a while ago, just a couple days ago, I was thinking, it'd be really cool to bring boxes and stuff in places so, you could stand on something and play on something. And, well, we're getting a stage.
Well, maybe
so it's
that's a
nice.
Stretch goal, they said. So that is a stretch goal. They have brought back the weekend fall deals for September in the store, so you would want to watch for that on the forums. Last weekends were Quest Pack sale. 25% off Western Gondor. So we're very sorry we weren't able to tell you about that one. And then the 19th to the 21st they have not yet announced.
Yep. So cool sales are coming.
Yeah, I don't think we need to talk about this 14.2 the drop. We can just keep moving, right?
Well, it's just a 14.2. I mean,
Yeah, nothing exciting.
14.3 is going to be, bigger in theory.
Oh, Fredless says that the instrument is called a serpent, and it is kind of an ancestor of a tuba. That's gonna be awesome. A tuba. That's gonna be fantastic.
I would love to see a tuba. That would be awesome. Yeah, that would be really cool. So 14.2, they added in the Dead Marshes.
Ooh,
Have you been there yet?
not yet.
No, I haven't been there yet either.
So the steward has sent somebody out there, and they're like, "Well, we need you to go get him through there fast because he might ruin other things. So move." And then we got, of course, the session play as Frodo and Sam, which I'm very excited to see. Very excited to see. All right, Layanor, what do you think of this? The collection system.
Oh, I looked at that.
What do you think?
That doesn't cover anywhere near the things that I've collected in the game.
Well, somebody was like, fail.
Like barely anything. It doesn't even scratch my surface, I tell you that.
It's like, fail, fail, fail. I'm like, I'd like to know how many steeds I'm missing, and what pets I have and all that good stuff.
It's nice to see. It's kind of nice that I don't have to go somewhere else on the internet and look around and get lost. It's going to be right there in game. Like I said, though, it doesn't cover everything quite yet, but it does cover some main ones. Like I think it covered all of the class steeds from the Turbine store. I was missing 2.
Oh, I'm missing a lot of them.
And there's I want to say that this is kind of a preview. Yeah, Mama Set is talking about the frogs. There are 5 or 6, I think 6 frogs that are in there to collect, and there's no way to get them yet. So it's got to be some sort of festival coming up.
No, I heard from somewhere that they drop off the war bands in the Dead Marsh area. But that's something
Really?
I heard. But I don't remember where I heard it, so it was a Twitter thing or something.
What I kind of didn't like though is they have in pets in there that you can't get. It's from festivals that have just passed. And it's like, why do you show me that now?
Oh, you can get pets at festivals?
It might have been horses actually.
It's horses, yeah. Well, they're gonna put those. They've been putting the last 2 or 3 years horses in the festival to buy cheaper. And then they've been adding to the store as well. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Just went really quiet. I'm excited. I didn't get a chance to look at it. I was going to look at it last night, and it's like, oh, it's time for me to go to bed, so I better do that. And I have a feeling I get lost in, what can I get? What am I missing? Oh, Fredless says if you click, it'll tell you exactly where to find it.
Oh, really?
There's got to be more than 39 steeds in this game, because I know I have more than 39 steeds.
I'm pretty sure I'm over 100 at this point.
So if you get all the steeds, do you get like a steed of steeds?
If you get all the steeds, do you get a steed?
Yeah, can I have a steed of steeds that's like a little piece of every steed?
If you're going for all the steeds to get the last steeds, that means that you're not going to have all of the steeds.
Yeah, that's true, because it
Just
keeps
saying.
looping it. The meta steed to end all meta steeds. There we go. Skirmish Soldiers have gotten some love.
Finally.
Yep, their traits have been increased across all their ranks. And their DPS has increased, so they are more effective.
Awesome. Are they still stupid?
I'm sure they're still all Genghis. They didn't say they made them smarter. They said they made them more effective.
More effective,
Which means they hit harder. Hopefully they're looking at what they need to be looking at when they hit it.
Yeah, as long as they have a target. I know the Sage that I have does not hit anything whenever I'm around anything, even like point blank. I have to walk through the mob for her to see it, and then she'll start attacking. So I have to do that every single time we get into a battle.
Oh, lovely. I think it's probably what you named her and she's protesting.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think any woman would love that name.
Oh, no, she wouldn't. You can rank them up to level 50 now from 45.
With a
store
special
item.
turbine store item.
Yeah. Boo. Okay, moving on.
I don't think it's that important.
Yeah.
I think that if you're really buckling down and trying to get a lot of damage out of your skirmish soldier and want a way to do it, I think, go ahead. I don't know what the price is going to be. It's probably going to be like 295 turbine points, something like that. But honestly, I don't know that many people that come up to me and say, "Oh, my skirmish soldier does max damage, and I've been spending 4 days on it." And there's nobody like that except for Pine Leaf.
Yeah, Pine Leaf. Yeah. Pine Leaf is good at that.
He's the only one. Pine Leaf is the Tigger of the skirmish soldier universe.
Mm-hmm. And now, speaking of skirmishes, they have changed the cost of the level 65 to 95 IA upgrade legacy offers. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that is either. Upgrade legacy offers?
I don't know. But
let's keep going.
The symbol of the Elder King offers by the Skirmish NPC no longer require the Erebor challenge deed.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You don't have to do all of those instances now to unlock the lower level first stagers.
That makes no sense at all. What?
So it's fixed.
They knocked some of the prices down for some of the bartered skirmish items. And the seals has been removed from the big battle jewelry vendor. The seal.
That's cool.
Yep.
That's cool. That's older stuff. Some of that jewelry is kind of decent still too. So if you want to go look at that, go ahead and do it. Grab some of that stuff. That'll help you keep leveling.
The cosmetic pet horns are now available to barter for 375 fangorn leaves instead of a drop. So if you want a baby tree, now you can go get one.
Yep, and for some reason I didn't see a collection of it. Don't know why.
Yeah. and this has got me like super excited. I've got to go to Moria. The Moria Geode is now a housing decoration item available from the Iron Garrison. I'm going to have one of those in my living room, wherever it goes. I don't know where it goes, but it's going.
So we're talking about the 21st Hall. There is a place north that's called the Crossroads or something like that.
Yeah, it's got that gorgeous
geode. And we're
geode.
talking about that big, huge sphere geode, the purple one.
Yes.
You can buy that for your house now.
Yes. I don't know if it's the big one.
I hope it's that huge.
I don't know if it's...
I hope it's a huge yard item. If anybody can see it in the game, please let us know.
Yeah. Mama says the horn is in the collection. He says there are 4 frogs available from the barter in Central Gondor, and 1 is from a warband.
Oh, okay. Yeah, come to think of it, where that geode is that you can get now, right in front of that is a black goat that I've always wanted to buy. It's the only place that it shows up in the game.
Black goat, okay.
Yeah,
I always...
It's just like the...
Yeah, I go see it. I know when I see the geode in Moria, I have gotten myself lost again. Because I never actually intend to go where the geode is.
Right.
And suddenly there it is, and I'm like, how do I get out of
dang
it?
Yeah.
Darn it.
Oh, actually, I'm thinking about the other... I don't think that's the spot. I think I'm thinking about a mirror. Large mirror. I don't know. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, well, but we know... If you've seen the geode, you remember it.
Yep. The Essence Reclamation Scroll has been added to the loot tables as well as a very rare drop, as well as loot tables used like Bergs when they pickpocket from monsters. So Bergs, go pickpocket away, you might get something good instead of trash.
Yes, there's something I want to add on to this too.
Okay.
First of all, I wanted to say that this is basically a scroll to reclaim the essences that are on your items, right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so that's really nice. A new item that I didn't hear anybody really talk about, there was a scroll that you could buy that would knock off a half hour of your travel maps and your travel skills.
Mm-hmm.
There's another map in there now that knocks off 29 minutes.
That's weird.
So you can knock off, 59 minutes off of your travel skills now and have your travel skills up every minute.
Oh, okay.
I want it.
I see. Okay.
I'm travel happy.
Yes, you are. I don't need to go that many places that fast.
I'm travel addiction.
Dude, you should have been a hunter.
Horns are better.
Mm-hmm.
We got javelins we throw away. Puny little arrows. Come on.
All right, for those of you who were running around like crazy, like my kin was Sunday night, they have removed the chance of getting the level 100 first stage symbols from the Tier 1 OD instance.
Yeah, there were a lot of people farming those first stagers out of that instance, but as far as I know, there are other instances still that have them, so they're just going to be moving on to those.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I think they just had to go to the elephants, if I remember reading chat correctly.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of a shame, though. I mean, we were actually getting a lot of instance runs, and I don't mean, like completely flooded with instance runs, but we were getting a nice amount of people asking to join instant runs in the world chat. And that's great. I really like seeing people getting together and doing these things, as a big community. But once they take those out of there, then unless they find something that they can get a first age in a reasonable amount of time, it basically kills off a lot of that pugging for those instances, and you see a lot more people not running things. And I don't know, it's kind of a 50-50 thing, but I kind of wish that they left it alone.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be hard to get.
Yeah, they're supposed to be hard to get.
Okay, so in the regions, they've made some changes. In West Fangorn, the rewards Quick Beam now offers Fangorn housing items for barter.
Wow.
I didn't know they had
Fangorn stuff?
I didn't know there were Fangorn housing items. I don't know what they are. I like housing items. It might make me want to go grind that stuff. Depends on what the
Fangorn housing items.
That's what it said.
Trees, roots.
Baby horns to sit in.
No more baby horns. Come on.
Next to the fireplace and cry. I don't know.
Don't expect campfires or logs.
True. Hanging moss curtains, that kind.
Moss would be pretty cool, actually.
Actually, one of my absolute favorite housing items is that white chair that's covered in wicker chair that's covered in moss that's the outside.
Oh yeah.
That is
I got that.
That is one of my favorite housing items. That's one of the first things I got, and I still keep it around and put it out every spring and summer. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I never take it out. That's my outside chair.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's hard because now I've got chicken coops and, awesome fire pits from Rohan that I can put down. But that chair is way up there.
Yeah, I got crazy old stuff. What is it? I got somebody gave me a Apple it's like a store, you would sell apples out of it. At a trade fair.
Uh-huh.
And I have Orthanc right next to it.
Oh.
So yeah, I got crazy stuff in my yard.
Fredulous says the housing items is 3 giant trees for your house.
Trees?
Trees.
3 giant trees for your front yard.
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah, I should probably pick that.
For the Dead Marshes, heroes that are near the level cap should speak to Dorthaneth in the cave of Averim to begin their exploration of the Dead Marshes. Have no idea where the cave of Averim is, but Hopefully you get a quest to do that, because if they don't give me a quest, I'm not gonna know where that is.
Yeah.
And even if the chat room
You
gives
want to
me,
know where to go find that? You go speak to Dorthanius.
yeah, and the chat room can tell me, I'm not gonna remember when I get in game to go find these people. Berg had to tell me how to find Fangorn 3 times.
Oh.
Yeah, I finally figured it out. And then,
Should have asked me. I would have ported you.
I know. Well, it's not. They didn't put a milestone in there. I mean, I understand why they didn't put a milestone in there, but that or a horse, but it was a little
Right.
hard.
Right. I think they did add a milestone in about a patch ago, though.
Okay, but not a horse.
Oh, and I think a travel thing too.
Oh, it's
Not a horse. One of those reputation item ones.
Oh, okay.
I think that they
Well,
added that in.
I know outside of Isengard you've got the tree that like takes you there, but you either have to go to Isengard to the tree, or you have to go to someplace in Rohan, Woodhall, I think, and up the road from there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not easy either way to particularly get there, as it is to say Bree, just port.
Right.
Okay. The cave is just east of Dal Amrath.
There you go.
Okay, cool. This is something very, very, okay. Still not going to remember. We got some miscellaneous and bug fixes. So the game launcher now has the option to preload the client game logic data file, which I guess is a huge file. So this functionality is enabled by default if you have 2+ gig of memory. It can be disabled in the game launcher options. It's called pre-cache game logic. And when it is enabled, the game should launch faster for many users, and I noticed it did.
Oh, nice.
The real test is going to be on my Mini, who has all the plugins and all of the deeds and everything, and it usually takes about 3 minutes for her to log in.
It seems like characters that have been around for a long, long time that have done, like
a lot of
80% of the quests and tons of the deeds and gotten so many horses and have so many stats embedded in their win and loss charts from skirmishes and raids and all that information the game captures and stores. And when you try and load up that character, it takes a long, long time for it to load. So if this cuts it down by even by 25%, that's going to be very, very helpful.
Yeah. I will report next week if I load faster. So those weird quest rings are no longer going to show up on the dead corpses of the monsters after you've killed them.
Those drive me nuts.
They're gone. Unless they have a quest action available. So I know there are some in Rohan that you had to click on them to pick something up, and they didn't auto give it to you. There's like one set of quests that you had to do that with.
That shouldn't even be a feature. I think we talked about this last year. They spent all the time to try and get everything to auto loot, and now you give us a quest to loot 6 things off of 6 corpses.
And that's the only quest in the entire area that you have to do.
I think there's the one that's in the newer area here, and then I think that there are 2 other ones in Rohan, east and west. Each one had a specific quest that had this. Why?
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, I don't understand. Completely different tangent here. So I ran across these Gondor caches, these glowing, sparkly boxes. Are those something I have just like completely missed previously, or did they add those in the patch? Anybody know?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I was up hunting one of the questions, like, go find the really hard to find, kitty and kill him, right? So I'm up in that area, and I've been through there a couple of times, and suddenly there was a sparkly box on the ground, and I'm like, wait, where'd this come from? It's like glittering, and I don't remember it being there, but I could have just missed it.
Could you open it?
Yeah, you click on it, it says Gondor cache, and you get a deed. There's a deed for it for opening 18 of them.
What?
Yeah. And then you get stuff. So I got like emeralds that are now green instead of red. It's kind of awesome. They fixed the quest thingy, and some other stuff. And then it's quit sparkling, but it stays there. So I don't.
Chat room saying that it's been there for a while.
Okay.
So yeah. Jeez, Carrie.
Yeah, well, clearly I'm oblivious to it. So players should no longer be able to obtain the Lamedon turtle in their inventories when they are working on the quest Turtle in the Depths. So no 100-level turtles dropped in Bree.
Sell them in the turbine store. Make it so we can release them in our houses.
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty cool. I'd love to have a... If we're not going to have endgame content, I want to have a raid in my house. Let's do it.
All right, it's been around for a while. The LotRO wiki has all the locations of the boxes.
Yeah, Carrie.
All right, I'll go look because I'm never going to find all 18 on my own.
That was this week's Did You Know?
Yeah, did you know that everybody knew I was oblivious. Everybody knows that they should not follow me. If they don't know that by now, I don't know why I'm the mini that has to die a bunch and run back, because I usually tend to get lost on the way back. Especially yeah. So that's the news, and there was a lot. All right. No 3-mans this week. We should be back soon. We do have community, though. There, a Iowa State University student contacted Casuals CSTM and asked Golden Star to put the word out that she is doing a short interview on studying dress in LotRO. So it's for her PhD project, and she is looking for female gamers 18 years or older who are willing to do some short interviews via Skype about their thoughts on dress and fashion in the game. So if you're interested, you can email lotrodress@gmail.com for contact information. I think it's kind of cool.
Sweet.
I'd like to read the PhD paper on it.
Maybe we could talk to her.
Yeah, maybe we could. Maybe I need to email her.
We'll have a special big huge girly episode.
Mm-hmm.
We've done it before.
Yep, and it's fun. I love girly episodes.
LotRO Theater Nights. Join us in the Windy Acres Ranch for Theater Night on Sunday, December 14th from 4:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Eastern Server Time on Landraville. Now, is this a new thing?
Yep, it just came out. Just was announced. It's going to be two plays that night, is what she said in her forum post.
Oh, very, very cool. 2
plays to delight and entertain. And Carolyn does fantastic events. If you ever do have a chance to go to any of the events she puts on, she does the racing, she does the mysteries, and some other stuff.
Oh, she does the mysteries.
She's the one that does the mystery, kind of the dinner theater mystery stuff.
Yep.
She does fantastic events.
Okay, we did a surprise thing, but first of all, Kiri, is that the right name? Or is that's spelled wrong?
That's the right name.
Okay, so during PAX, we had some of the staff there. It was Carrie, Chris, Bill, and Selenia.
Yep.
No?
Yep.
Is it? Okay.
Yep. And Asonic was there too, but she just wasn't on camera.
Ah, yes. Okay. That's why I'm getting the names mixed up. So they did the special PAX presentation to the fans of the shows, and had beers and had a very merry good time. And Carrie, you played the segment from last week then, right?
Yeah, from
2 weeks. 2 weeks ago.
The last show, I did play that. Yes, I got to meet some of our listeners. It was so awesome.
So it was that was my epic reading of Warrior Poet's X.
Yeah.
Letter. And I heard that Bill just laughed.
He died.
Like big time.
He died laughing. Yeah. as soon as he started giggling, and then you put in the Hobbit voices, and he just lost it. It was awesome. It was awesome, but it was great. The meet and greet was awesome. We had about 40 people. We had some great stuff from Turbine. We gave away TP cards, and I have codes. We need to figure out how to give away some of these codes because I have a lot of codes to give away. They gave us a lot of codes. No TP
Okay.
codes, but I've got like titles and I might have horses. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to look at the list.
Okay.
All right. So,
Well,
go ahead.
why don't you grab one now?
Okay, let me find my email.
Let's see, and what else did we do while we were looking that up? We did BrandyJam, and BrandyJam was absolutely awesome.
It was great. I had to have girly time and fashion time.
Yes, it was Carrie's moment. So we had 12, 18. I think we had around 18 people show up for the fashion show. And it was a really good turnout. I think it was a little bit bigger than the one that we did last year, which was really cool. And we did 3 categories. We did best dressed, formal wear. We did best battle gear. How cool can you make your battle gear look? And we did worst dressed. How detailed can you make the worst outfit? And we had some amazing outfits come out of that, and the prizes were 1 free cloak from the Turbine store, and those were passed out right away, thankfully, and everything went perfect. It couldn't have gotten any better.
Yeah, it was awesome, and the winner of the worst dress got the title of the worst, most awful, horrible dress outfit ever put together in the known universe because it was bad.
Yeah. It's not a title in game though. It's just something that they have to wear on their arm because all the judges wrote it on her arm. Or him. I think it was.
It was him, and he was actually it was Ilya. It was Ilya's alt.
Oh, Ela won.
Ela's alt one, and
Oh,
Ela's
geez.
was sitting next to one of the judges, and she's like, I don't think I can vote. And I'm like, you have to vote for this outfit, and he is cracking up because he can hear us just talking about how horrible. And then I put on my armor, and Morgani wanted to have me get up there and vote again. And it's like, Morgani, it's my armor outfit again.
Well, Ela comes on the show every once in a while, so next time he comes on, we have to remember to talk to him about his terrible, terrible outfit.
And then she sent him to go get his Dwarf Mini, which has, they call it Spider-Man Christmas or something, and it is awful. It is like a red top with like, kind of a, straps that kind of look like the Spider-Man, and then these green pants. But anyway, we had a super awesome blast doing that. And then about 2 hours later, it was a great concert.
It was a great concert. We had a good turnout on that too. I was actually surprised. I thought it was going to be kind of small. We had 6 bands total. 1 was unconfirmed, and then by the time we got everything rolling, we only had 3 bands, and 2 other bands pulled out. But we made the best of that time, let me tell you. We had a Rock and a Hard Place who started off the show strong. They do some really cool music, and they give the lyrics and everything too, so you can just kind of jam out to that. And then we had my band, which I didn't have a band. It was just me because I was the only one that showed up.
Oh, that was you with that horrible band name?
So yeah, I was there and I played.
Okay. Well, we will teach you how to do the songbook and the syncing and all of that for the next time, so you can multi-box it.
Okay, cool. Then we had the Roxy Manor Orchestra come up, and they had fireworks and everything, and
awesome.
that was their very first time doing a large band like that. I guess they have been doing a couple of smaller bands here and there, but boy, they pulled that off really well. And then all the bands just went up and started taking turns going up there and jamming.
Mm-hmm. So how much longer did it go after? I think the official concert was about an hour.
Total, it was 2 hours.
Okay. Yeah, we stopped streaming after about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And
So yeah, that was kind of like just my experiment for BrandyJam because I hardly ever see anything, like a big, huge concert or something like that. And we had such a success with the last fashion show, so I'm like, let's do something. Let's see how it goes. And it went great. And I'm passing the lead on that to the kinship Tolkien's Army of Middle Earth, and they're going to be handling that event for whenever they do it again. I don't know if they're going to do it, every few months or once a year or something like that, but keep an eye on it because they might be doing it again soon.
Cool. Very cool. And that's our community news. We would like to talk about one of our great sponsors, GoDaddy, who helped us go to PAX and sponsored our PAX along with our Patreon supporters. And they are a great service. We use them a lot. They host our stuff, and when Chris breaks the site, they fix it. That's what he says. You ask him, he'll tell you. He breaks it, they fix it. So
Done and done.
Yep. So you can get 30% off of your domain name if you use the coupon code MMO30. Or you can get a .com for $1.99 by using the coupon code MMO199.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a good deal. I think that's for a full year, too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And if you're looking for a new PC, don't forget to check out doghousesystems.com, where you can get a cool system like Carrie, and I think Chris is going to get his next computer there too because he hears so many good things about them. And you still love your PC, right?
I do.
You hug it every morning still?
I do.
Is your husband still mad that it's in the bed every time he wakes up?
It's not quite that bad.
And if you are looking for some new audiobooks, check out audibletrial.com/MMOreporter. Get 1 month free, 1 credit, and get like one big, huge book that you can take on an airplane with you.
Yes. Especially if you're flying to PAX. PAX South, I think, is the next one up. That's in San Antonio.
PAX is like going all over the place. Soon we're going to get like PAX Jersey.
I'm waiting for PAX Midwest.
PAX Sheboygan.
Yeah. Waiting for PAX Midwest.
PAX Guam.
That would be cool. PAX Great Britain. Anyway, also, if you would like what we do and would just like to support us, we still are doing our Patreon campaign. It's at patreon.com/MMO Reporter. We are up to $72 a month with 14 patrons. So we're getting pretty close to the song, guys. If we get $100 a month, we get a song.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think they've got some pretty good ideas for them, and I love the songs. I have them on my iPod or MP3 player, and when they come up, it's kind of hard not to sing them at work. Even the alt one.
Yeah, that's the first one that comes into my head right away.
Yeah, the alt one, and then there's the level. Yep. So if you'd like to email us, and we'd love to have your letters for next week's show, which is our 250th episode, you can email us at lotro.reporter@gmail.com. You can also get a hold of us on Twitter at LotRoReporter. You can check us out on Facebook. I've been reposting a lot of stuff that I see from Turbine and from CSTM there. Just search for LotRo Reporter. You can leave us a voicemail at 616-666-6778, or you can use the widget on the right-hand side of the screen when you visit the site, which is LotRoReporter.com. We like those messages too. Also, you can check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/user/MMO Reporter Network. All of our PAX coverage is there. The stuff is still coming out. I don't know how much more we've got to go, but we're still editing. And you can also be sure to follow us on twitch.tv/MMO Reporter so you know when we go live with our 6 shows now? 7 shows. And
Oh boy.
And our streaming in the middle of the night because Layanor's grinding in the secret world, and who knows?
Layanor drinks coffee at night, everybody.
Yeah.
Just so you know. He drinks coffee at night.
Yeah, and who knows?
I drink my coffee at night so I can go grind. Okay.
Yeah. And Whiteberry's giving me presents and landmarks, so who knows? I might stream me running around getting lost and digging holes in the dirted landmark. Who knows? It's kind of pretty and it's kind of fun, and I have yet to find a cave and stuff. But they've got some really, really cool buildings I've run across. It's kind of neat. So check, be sure to follow us. You can follow me at the Cari-Mac, and you can follow Layanor at
Layanor, Layanor, where I have broken my one rule of no following anybody. I'm going to start following people now, only when it's your birthday.
Oh. We're gonna have to go back and discuss this media expert thing. Mama says we need Pax Angmar. I agree. Pax Angmar would be awesome, and it's on the other side of the killer wall.
Yep.
And you have to have a certain amount of geek nerd cred to get past it.
Yeah. You have to know at least who lives there.
Yeah.
Book-wise, not game-wise.
Yeah. So that is to episode 249.
Yep, 249. All that contact information, please message us. Give us a happy birthday for episode 250. We would like to hear any of your comments that you guys want to give us.
Yes. Good, bad. I mispronounced a whole bunch of stuff again. Whatever. I'll take it. All right, everyone. Thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading. And as always, we do hope to see you in game. Live streaming guidelines. Nope. Hello, chat room.
We're both back.
Yeah.
And we're both lost, and we're trying to figure out how to do things again.
Yeah, we forgot over 3 weeks. I went to log into LotRO. It's like, you've been gone for 3 weeks. I'm like, really? 3 weeks? I'm
watching Mr. Clean clean his shoe.
Oh, awesome. Add copy. That's what I'm looking for.
Mr. Clean. Oh, geez, he just cleaned off a bunch of scratches off a mug. How does that work?
It's those fancy Mr. Clean things. They're pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's new stuff. It's like a big old huge chunk, too. All right, enough of that.
Okay,
That's not our sponsor.
Now sponsored by Mr. Clean.
Thanks for watching the video, everybody. Don't forget to check out all the other podcasts at MMOreporter.com or by clicking on any of the links here. And please check out our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MMOreporter. Thanks, everyone, and see you in game.